Hey everybody, it's Tiffany from Quilter's Workshop, and today I'm going to be filming a Valentine's themed inspiration sewing video just to give you some ideas on some quick Valentine's Day projects that you might be able to make with some fabric that you may or may not already have on hand. And I'd like to apologize that the video is incredibly late. I did fully intend to have this up before Valentine's Day, but life just happens. For those of you who don't know, my business is not my primary job, and I actually am working about 3 different jobs right now. So things are a little bit overwhelming, but anyway, that's life. So I still wanted to put it up because it is a few days after Valentine's Day now, and I'm going to be putting this stuff away soon. And prior to Valentine's Day, when I was putting away my Christmas stuff and kind of thinking about what I would be replacing my Christmas items with in terms of something new, I didn't realize how many Valentine's items that I've made over the years. So these are some that I have out for this Valentine's Day, and I was about to put them away and I thought, oh, I shouldn't even bother filming the video anymore because it's kind of late. But I figured, you know what, you might be watching this next year for Valentine's Day, so you might still feel like having the idea, and some of the ideas don't have to be for Valentine's Day. You can just put a different spin on it, use some different fabrics. This is just an inspiration video. It's not a tutorial. I do have tutorial videos fully for some of the items that I'm going to be showing, but I just like doing these. I do these for Christmas projects quite often, and people seem to really like those and find them helpful, so I'm hoping to provide the same sort of idea here with Valentine's Day stuff. And hopefully, you know, if you live in America and you're close to a Joann's, they usually put all of their seasonal fabric on clearance for a really good price after seasons and stuff. I'm from Canada, in case you didn't know, so we don't have that privilege here. But if you are in America and close to a Joann's, you might be able to get your hands on some discounted Valentine's Day fabric, make something that you see in the video, and tuck it away for next year. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all the things that I have today, and I hope you enjoy. So the first thing that I'm going to show is my dining room table, and sorry that these are really wrinkly. I probably should have ironed them before I filmed this video, but you got the point. So I really love the way that the red looks because my table's black, and so these are some heart-shaped placemats. You don't have to use them just for Valentine's Day. I personally don't think. I think these would be really cute in farmhouse decor any time of year. You could make circular ones. I've also made egg-shaped ones in the past. I actually think I have a full tutorial for the egg-shaped placemats. If I can find it, I think I have it up, but if I do, I'll link it down below for you because Easter is coming up, so you might be able to snatch up some bright prints and make those. But yeah, I think it's just kind of fun to have some shaped placemats to add a little bit of character to your table. And then the mugs that I actually have on my mug tree there are Christmas mugs, but because they're white and the insides are red, if you don't look closely at the pictures on them, I just kept them out since Christmas because I thought the red and the white would blend with Valentine's. But I also just really love that little mug tree. My boyfriend gave it to me for Christmas this past year. He built it for me, so I really like it a lot and wanted to keep those mugs on it. Not everybody has quilt racks on the walls in their home, but I sure do. And so I like to switch this up usually pretty often. For Christmas, I have quite a lot of Christmas quilts, so to get use out of as many Christmas quilts as possible during the Christmas season, I was changing it up every like 2 or 3 weeks leading up to Christmas, just so that I could get some use out of all of my things. So this quilt doesn't actually have a sleeve on it, so the top of it is cut off, and I have it folded over on the back side just so that it's not like it won't fall down kind of thing. And this quilt is a redwork embroidery quilt, so the embroidery sort of mimics that hand embroidery that is very classic, and that's the way that redwork quilts would have traditionally been made, but I used a disc that had all of the files on it, and I did them on my embroidery machine, and then I also quilted it on a gammal. And this was one of my entries in one of the local fairs near me 2 summers ago, I think, And yeah, so it's just kind of special to me, and I just thought because it was red and white and it was kind of fresh that it would be appropriate to put out with my other Valentine's Day decor, and just wanted to share it with you because some of you might even have some red work quilts that I think would look gorgeous just sort of displayed somewhere or resting on a chair or something like that, that you might not necessarily have thought to get out for Valentine's Day. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to share, this is probably my favorite little nook in the house. So I posted a video about my, just ignore that. I posted a video about the transformation of my kitchen table and the chairs. So I actually painted and restained this myself this past summer. So if you're interested in that, I also have a video on how I did the whole farmhouse DIY kitchen table situation. And my boyfriend actually made me this coffee mug rack over here, and I loved it so much. That's why I asked him also to make me a tabletop one like I showed you that was sitting on my dining room table. And then this hutch over here, I also recently refinished that as well to go with the chairs of my kitchen table, and also the blue matches my kitchen cupboard. So I'll probably post a video about that. I didn't film it while I was doing it, but I will maybe post a video just about the products that I used and things like that in the future. But as you know, I'm very behind on videos. So this table runner that I wanted to show is just one of those like 15-minute table runners. I'm sure if you type into Pinterest 15-minute table runner, or maybe it's called the 20-minute table runner, I don't actually remember. I don't know. I honestly was probably about 17 when I made this, and I'm almost 27 now. So I've had this for quite a while. So I can't say exactly the pattern from, but I know that so many people have adapted this in different ways and share it a lot for free on blogs and things like that. So I'm sure there's a tutorial for this runner out there somewhere. There's no batting inside of it. It's sort of, it's very similar to the pillowcase. If you've made the magic pillowcase tutorial with the header and the piping and the body, it's very similar, except you sort of do it on both sides like a tube. So this is really nice because it doesn't require a ton of fabric, and it's very, very quick, and it's nice to kind of have loads of them for different seasons if you're that type of person. And then the plate I actually made too is pretty old as well. It's just a Dollar Tree glass plate, and the fabric is Mod Podge to the back. So the heart went on first, like you work from the back side of the plate. I did the heart, put the Mod Podge over it, and then put the red material on top of that. And then once it's done drying, then you can kind of go ahead and trim the extra fabric from the edges of the plate. And I think that's a really cute craft for kids as well, just to kind of let them be creative and things like that. And you can also make them with tissue paper as well. I think that would be another cute little craft. So you can't obviously submerge it into water, or else I imagine the glue would lift off, but it's quite hard on the back side. But it's nice to just lay treats on, and you can just wipe it clean, or I could even maybe rest it in my china cabinet over there, or if you had little plate stands on the wall like some people do, you could just make some little decorative ones to display. Okay, so now over on my coffee table, which is also the farmhouse style, so it's the white on the bottom with the little planks, and I have, I don't know if you can see them, but I have some wire bins under there. My boyfriend also built my table for me. I sound really spoiled. And I like to always have a little table runner here just to protect the top of the table. And this table runner, for sure, I have a tutorial up. I think I posted it last year on Valentine's Day, and I love this. This is so fun. Let me just move my tray so you can see the whole thing. So it's not incredibly big, but if you needed it to be longer at all, very simple. You could just add a few more rows of these squares in here. I think I cut these about 5 or 5.5 inches, but just reference my video if you're wondering. And then I just trace some hearts and put those on the ends. And then this little bit is some like a crocheted textured lace, and I bought this on a roll also from the Dollar Tree. And then on the back side, I have this really fun print, and I hand bound it in this white that I think looks really nice too. So, and I variated the quilting. So I did just crosses on this part, and I went around the hearts in the ditch on all of them. And then for the ends, I did a stippling just to kind of sort of, I don't know, I just really love the way that it looks. Like, do you see the texture that it gives there? I think that's really nice. So that's what it looks like there on my table. And again, you could definitely do this in absolutely anything you wanted. It, like the hearts could still stay because as I said before, I think hearts are really cute in farmhouse decor. And if you didn't want the hearts, you could still make it without the hearts. If you didn't want to add the end pieces and you just wanted to end it just in squares, you could do that too. You could make a Christmas one and put little snowmen on the ends. You could make a Halloween one, put little pumpkins. Possibilities are endless. Okay, and these are probably my favorite Valentine things that I have, and also the last thing that I have to share with you. So the first pillow I shared, I'm gonna say 3 or 4 years ago. It's pretty old now, and I just completely free-handed this. So I'm terrible at drawing, but I wanted him to look kind of like an odd, awkward shape, and I wanted his face and his feet to feature hearts, and I wanted it to be sort of playful and fun because I think that's what Valentine's Day is, right? I mean, I'm not super into Valentine's Day. My boyfriend and I don't really celebrate it to the extreme that some people celebrate it, and I think that's really great if you do. But I just like the fun of it and the cutesiness of it all, and I also really love pink, so can't complain with the decor. And if you're wondering, this pillow and this one both have 18-inch pillow forms inside, so just for size reference. So on this guy over here, I have this really pretty pink swirly fabric and these hearts that are like 3D. They're not entirely stitched down. You can see my stitching line right there. And those are just made out of felt. So nothing crazy. I could have made them out of fabric and lined them so that they didn't have raw edges and all that kind of stuff, but the felt doesn't really fray, and I don't have little kids or anything, and my dog is hardly a dog at all, so I never have to really worry about stuff getting ruined like that. And I'm also one of those weird people that like move my pillows before people sit down. Actually, so one of my girlfriends, her mom, shared this thing on social media the other day, and it said something along the lines of that decorative throw pillows are like stuffed animals for adults, which I think is so true because I love them. I love decorative pillows. We have so many on our bed too. But anyway, I just think they're so fun for holidays and things like that. And these are all, if you're wondering, these are all actually displayed on the side of the couch where my dog doesn't sit. So she has her special spot right over here with her blanket, and this right here is her pillow, her special pillow. And she just sleeps like that most of the time. So yeah, so that's the first pillow and this pillow here. And that pillow I think is also versatile because, like I said, not necessarily Valentine's. It's a great little craft to do with children if you're teaching them how to sew. I think they would love it. I think you could do things other than a pillow with it, and I also think that you could use it for other seasons as well if you just change the shapes that you're cutting out. And then the last little pillow that I have to show is just this heart-shaped one made out of Minky, and I actually used the same template that I used for my placemats. So also, if you're wondering where I got the template from, I drew a big heart on newspaper, and that's all. That's what I used for my template for the placemats, and I used the exact same thing for this little pillow here, which is kind of flattish now, but that's just because it wasn't stored very well before. But anyway, this is also really beautiful and fun, and also I think would be really great for kids because kids love Minky. I think that would be really fun in a kid's room, or for them to play with, or to teach them how to sew, or even if you're not teaching them how to sew, just to let them help you stuff it, I think would be really fun. I just realized that I wanted to also share the thought of having little seasonal stove towels. This does not look particularly appealing because it's very old. Sorry, my dog. and it's been very well loved, and I always use this throughout the year because, like I said, I love pink, and the design on the towel was just so adorable, like how cute. So I've been using this for probably 4 years all the time, and I just recently washed it, so it's all wrinkly. This needs to be ironed, but you get my point that if you're not super into decorating and you just want something that's a quick little something just to have out, I think stove towels are really easy to do and just a quick little thing to throw out during different seasonal periods and stuff. So I just love this one. I've been using it forever. But anyway, and then I just wanted to share this with you too. I had my red check towel next to it, but it's in the wash now. So I have this yellow one, but it looked way better next to the red one. But I found these little towels at Home Sense, and it's so cute. I love it. And this was also, I think, supposed to be part of the Valentine's collection, but if you ask me, that's true all year. So no one has actually used this yet, if you were wondering. So I just have it there all hanging nice and neat and perfect, and it hasn't been touched at all. Do you guys get like that sometimes, where you just love something so much that you don't really want people to use it? Anyway, just had to share. It for my little Valentine's Day decorations inspiration video. I don't even know what I'm going to title it, but I personally really like making these videos for you guys just so that it gives you some ideas if you're stuck on, I don't know, sewing motivation, I guess. So really sorry again that this is so delayed, but hopefully it comes in handy for maybe if you're in a St. Patrick's Day, maybe some of those things can transition for you, or Easter projects or things like that. And if you do make anything from any of the little ideas that I've given you today, I would love to see a picture. So you can send it to me in an email, or you can tag me on social media. All of my links and information is always listed in the down bar below. And if you have any questions, definitely message me about that as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.